G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Tarmac Obsession. Yesterday I uploaded the video of me fitting the front guards, and today I'm going to get that front valance painted, which I was supposed to do the other day. I'm going to mess around and get the front clearance lamps fitted. I've got the little corner lamps on, you can see there. I've got to do the other side. It looks like it was actually cut out and it's not the factory pressing for some reason, so I've got to sort that out today, get that on. Time allowing, I might get the engine cross member in today as well. I've got all the bits and pieces all repowder coated and re-galvanised to get that all done. So yeah, we should be able to get a little bit done today. It's a public holiday here in WA. Today is WA Day officially. So yeah, stay tuned, hope you enjoy the video. That little job is now complete, so all painted up inside there. Make sure no rust is ever going to come through if she ever gets wet, which it'll never get wet, let's be honest. So I've done that. Now I'm going to go and do that other light on the other side. Like I was saying, it looks like it's been cut out. It doesn't actually look like it's been factory stamped. So you can see even the holes cut really poorly on this side. So the factory speed clips just don't reach, they don't fit. So I'm gonna have to modify the speed clips so I can push them in at the back and they don't hold so hard at the front, so they don't come across as far. Should be able to get that done pretty quickly, but right now I'm gonna open the window and open the doors because those fumes from that black paint are killing me. Get onto that. So looking closely at it, what I ended up doing was just cutting the tail off the speed clip. These screws actually line up with the holes pretty well, so I should be able to just screw them back in there and then use just half of the speed clip on the back, which will hold it in space. So it's a pretty easy job to fix this one. Tight in the back here, but nice and clean. Yeah, easy fix. Okay, so that's both the indicator lights on. I'm gonna throw this cross member in because it's only 4 bolts, so it shouldn't take me too long. So these are number 9 bolts that go in the cross member. I had all this stuff re-galved and all the bolts all acid washed and re-galved as well, and this is all new and powder coated, so shouldn't take me too long to do this one, I don't think. Maybe 5 minutes. These plates, there we go. A lot of things you do twice, I tell you. It's a, memory's a bit of a challenge. Google's helpful, and I got a Haynes manual that helps as well, but yeah, it does get a bit struggly sometimes. Gonna feel good to get this back in because this is the first step towards getting the suspension back on, which means I can get it back on the ground. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Use the jack, son. Use the jack. Probably can't see me anymore. But that's okay, I'm still here. I'll come into the other side in a second. So just getting this all back into place, I noticed that the bolts I grabbed are just a little bit too short. So I found these slightly longer number 9s as well. So I'll throw them in. I think they're going to be the right ones. It's hard to remember everything. It's a tough one to remember everything. I'll put these ones in. Yep, they're the ones. I won't do it up too tight, so I'll put the other side in so make sure it's straight before I put it all up together. Let's get that other side in, eh? So there it is, the cross member back in. Now that to me is pretty exciting because that is step one on getting the car back on its wheels so I can roll it around. Basically, once I can get it rolling, I'm going to ship it down to the trim shop to get all the trims refitted and then get it back here, then refit the dash and the engine gearbox. So that's obviously step one towards getting it moving again. So yeah, pretty excited to have that back in, to be honest with you. So let's move on to the next thing. So just another little job off camera, pretty boring, but I bolted the front park and clearance lamps back in now. So they look pretty good. Yeah, it's coming together pretty nicely at the front end. That little valance, I'm not sure whether to put that in or not. I've got some, when I was putting in the bars here, scratched the brackets. They're all galved, so they're not going to rust, but yeah, I've got to touch them up, so I might brush them up now and then move on to the next thing. So God knows what I've been doing for the last 20 minutes. I think I've been walking around in circles, but now I'm going to get the wiper mechanism in and the wiper motor in. I noticed that the car's actually stamped the same for left and right hand drive, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is obviously the right hand holes, which I'm going to use that one and that one. The motor sits in there. So yeah, I'm going to whack them in now. So just following on from my earlier statement, so yeah, left-hand drive, right-hand drive mounts, and I've mounted them into the left-hand drive spot, so the wiper comes up this way, but I can't work out why that's not correct, but it's not correct. I think I got this backwards. I think this is that. Yeah, that's what I've done. I've got that totally backwards. Oh, take it out, do it again. So I'm just going to stop that time lapse there while I finish this up. So if you are putting your wiper mechanisms back in the car, you actually have to fit the mechanism to the motor first, because you can't get to the nut underneath it. You got to you sort of maybe said a little bit in that time lapse, you've got to wangle it out, get it nice and high, get the nut on, then sort of slide it in as one piece. What I realised I'd done, is why I had to take it out again, is I'd put it, first of all I put it into the left-hand drive configuration, and then I'd put it, one of the arms, the arm that goes from this back to the motor that does the drive, upside down, so it wouldn't, I couldn't, well, it just wouldn't work. There's no way that would have worked. So I've spun that back over and clamped it back up again, so that's in the right spot now. Now these are all tight. I should be able to tighten the motor down and pop the motor wiring back through this hole here, and I've got the new OEM plug to fit back onto that, the bung for that, the grommet for that, and then I can put this valve cover back on, put these bolts in, and I'm done with the wiper mechanism done in here. I've got the, also got these, which is the washer jets. So I've got them new and regaled, so they're ready to go back on as well. So I'll throw them in straight after I put the valve panel back on. So I've just finished fitting up the valve panel, and I'm just going to put in the washer jets now. And I think the last job I'm going to do today is these door handles, which I'll show you then. They're a bit of a pain, those ones. I've got some aftermarket handles, and they don't fit the same as the original equipment handles, and I'll show you why. So if you do get some aftermarket ones, there's a little bit of a modification you're going to have to make to get them to fit properly. They're close, they look exactly the same, they just don't fit. Should have probably waited a little bit more as well for that paint to dry. It's dry enough, but it ain't perfectly dry. As you can see that it's not perfectly dry. Beautiful. So this is going to be my last job for today, because the battery's going to be flat as well. But these are the original handles, and these are the replacement handles. They're pretty much identical. There's no any difference to the shape or anything like that. The problem is this mount here is real close, and that one's, the pin sticks out. Now because that pin sticks out on both of those sides, it doesn't go through the little holes in the door. So I'm just going to have to get my Dremel out and just Dremel some little bit bigger holes here, and I can fit the handles back in. So that should only take me a few minutes, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now. So that is all Dremeled out and fitted up. Rubbers are a bit of a bad fit, but I put the original handle in and they look exactly the same, so that's what they did in the 70s, I guess. Up on this side, I've just cut the holes and painted them so they're ready to go. So put them on next time. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. I know I wasn't doing too much today, but it's about, yeah, it took me about 3 hours to get done what I did do. So lights at the front, ballast panel, painted all in there. So yeah, came the door handles. So yeah, and the cross member, which is good. So next couple of episodes, I'll probably start getting the suspension put back on the front, and then I'll get the rear wheel in, install the R180, get the fuel tanks back in, all that sort of stuff. So hope you're enjoying it, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you do like it. There's plenty more content to come. So see you next time.